right. Welcome back to the Strange Noise Podcast, everybody.
Hello, friends.
Hola.
I know it's been a minute.
Been a minute.
Oh, man.
but,
Boy, has it been long.
It was a long minute. But
Sometimes.
thank you for anybody's tuning in. Welcome back, all strangers.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome in any new listeners, viewers. Hope you enjoy the show. But without further ado, let's get right into this.
Let's bring in our first guest. I'm just kidding.
Come in without a hat.
Bring down the steel cage. And without a hat.
Yeah.
That's his
He's
wrestling
our
name.
first guest today. Yeah.
It's like a new person.
New person.
Ed without a hat. How you doing?
Kind of cool.
That is a fact. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah. Anytime like I even cut my hair, I do feel colder all the time. It's funny that way.
It's cold.
I noticed, like, I'll have like a hat or something on at work, and then if I start getting warm, I'll take it off. And I notice like I'm cooler. I think
For sure.
radiating all that heat.
Yeah.
But
It's weird that way.
well, we were on our little hiatus, so we got to check out some concerts.
Yeah.
So live
fun.
music is alive again, people. We were enjoying some live shows, and we'll tell you about our experiences with those. I'll go first. Dive right in. So,
Do it.
I have a new banner up there. I went to go see the Gaslight
banner.
Anthem. Yeah, they were great. They hadn't played together in 5 or 6 years, so I was
okay.
pretty stoked to go see them.
How'd they sound?
That seems wild to me.
Dude, solid.
All
Like,
right, we gotta get down sound, production, stage work. What else?
that's pretty good. Maybe like
What did you
over-
say?
I already forgot.
one more time.
Sound.
So, how do they sound?
How do they sound?
Maybe stage presence,
Stage presence,
Uh-huh.
production,
production,
Uh-huh.
and then just overall.
and then overall. Yeah,
Okay.
overall experience. Your overall experience.
Okay, sweet. So sounded awesome. It was at the
Alright.
Palladium. So Palladium's big venue, so but they have good sound. It was I felt like well, I usually feel with the vocals aren't always as present as you want them to be, but for what it was, sounded pretty good. Production, they basically had that giant banner behind them. Kept it
She
pretty.
was embroidered too.
I know.
I
Dude. I went all out for theirs.
That's a lot of fucking. That'd be a lot of thread, dude.
Yeah, it would.
Those little hands. But production,
It's made overseas. That's why all these little kids are just throwing it together.
got to ship next day.
Yeah, see? Well, hey, whatever works.
They kept it pretty simple. It was very like, I felt like when we first started going to rock concerts, like they were just very simple. Like they didn't get too wild with the
It
lights.
was weird. They were like simple in the beginning, and in the middle, they were just like everybody got money,
Yes.
and there was lights, fire, smoke, all kinds of shit.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
everyone's just going back
Jugglers.
to everybody's just like, we're too broke now, so
But like, we want to pocket some of that.
yeah, exactly.
But
I mean, I guess that's what happens too.
Yep.
production was just par for the course.
All right.
So what else did we say? Oh, live performance. They put on a pretty good show. They
right.
moved around. The singer was really interactive with the crowd. Kind of like bantered in between every song. So it was pretty dope. But overall experience, great, except for the fact I've legitimately stamped 100% approval that I will now get seats for shows.
Yeah, for sure.
I do not want to stand for shows
The
anymore.
Palladium is it's a sucky place to stand.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
It's because it's so big. It's like even if you want to go lean up against the wall, like say you're in the middle, you just gotta fucking like trick
Dude.
all these people to get to the
and
wall.
we were being teased because we were like maybe like 2 people away from like the little barrier that was right there. So like
shit.
we could lean on it, but
Yeah.
like it's like right there, but out of reach.
You're all
Yeah.
salivating for a wall.
I know.
Like,
Yeah.
what the hell, dude?
Jeez. I thought about like just sitting down right there.
All right, Vanessa, we're going to take turns. Me first, and then you, and then we'll switch off. And then we'll just back to back for a while.
We legitimately looked up how much because they do have balcony seats, and we
Yeah.
legitimately looked. Could we grab balcony seats
Yeah,
that
right
night
now.
up?
Tonight?
Yeah.
Oh my God, no way.
But
I'm always.
I
holding
can't
up the
believe
wall.
it. Wow, man, not me yet, dude. But man,
yet?
I mean, I feel
I'm
you.
always holding up the
I
wall.
get
It
it.
might fall. Someone's got to hold it up.
well, it did. I'm just getting old too, but it didn't help that. So Tiger Jaw opened for them.
Okay.
Okay.
Tiger Jaw's was never really a big fan of them. I've
Yeah.
heard some of their stuff. Literally that live performance sold me. Like total fan
I
now.
feel like I've seen them. I just don't remember.
They've been floating around, so you've probably seen them on a tour
Like,
with somebody.
Probably with like
Yeah, did we with Balance? I think
Balance was it? I think it was
I
Balance.
think they
right?
did open for Balance.
Yeah, I can see that. That makes sense. But so doors opened at 7. It took an hour for them to get on stage. Tiger Jaw did a 45-ish minute set. Another like 20 minutes, and then Gaslight Anthem. I was gonna say Glassjaw. Glassjaw came on. Surprise!
Out of nowhere.
They came on, did like an hour and a half set.
Holy shit!
Yeah, so I mean,
Sweet,
it was well worth it. But I mean, my dogs are barking, dude.
Yeah,
like,
it's because you wear Vans, bro.
Yeah,
You gotta wear Nikes. You gotta
it's because you wear Vans. Yes, dude.
When you go to a show, you gotta wear some New Balances or some shit like that.
I think I'm gonna start
some Skechers.
Man,
Just get you
Or just a really good orthotic insole
Crocs.
at the very
There you go,
least.
for sure.
Crocs with some little charms on the front,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
I think it's the only way to, little giblets. There you go.
Is that what they call them?
Yeah.
Giblets? I bought some the other day for Nevaeh, and then she was just picking out like the little Disney ones and like weird. I was like, how much are these fucking things? Like so
What the
expensive
hell?
for these little things.
How much are they?
3
was
for
like-
35 or something like that.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
expensive.
dude. It was like, yeah.
Oh my god, we couldn't be getting more ripped off like ever.
I
What?
know.
Those things are not
Yeah.
worth that much.
God no, God no.
That's
It's
like a
just fucking-
3,000% markup. I feel
Yeah, they're expensive. Oh,
like those little rubber pieces.
That's all they are?
They're just stamped that way.
They had
printed.
some
No
that they had
way.
some that were like
I'm in disbelief right now.
intricate.
metal or
Oh,
like
okay.
gems and shit like that.
I've
But
only
like,
seen the rubber ones, but
but I wasn't gonna buy those. I just bought the little rubber ones for Nevaeh.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't want to go to school
Wow.
with one, and, with the
The
with the
metal.
rhinestone and kick somebody. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this kid's got the fucking imprint on the rhinestone.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
But down the street from you, on Harbor by Disneyland, there's little like street vendors that sell them. They have way better, like 6
Oh,
for
hell
20
yeah.
or something like that. So
That's what's up.
I want to go there.
I
The
seen him.
bootlegging.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I seen him at the swap meet and then the Santa Fe Spring swap meet. And I also seen them at the Patches and Pins Expo.
Oh,
Yeah, there was like a freaking crap load of vendors that were selling different little giblets, like you
Nice.
said. Yeah, there you go.
giblets.
I use the word.
Oh, these are like giblets.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like tiny little balls, maybe.
I'm gonna touch your giblets.
Little scrotum.
You know? Anyways,
Yeah.
so
giblets.
did they like? Were they did in tune singing?
Yes,
All right, cool.
very, very much so. Production. Oh, back to the production. They introduced or they have a piano player with them now too.
Oh, that's cool.
So for all their little like slower, because they're like a rock and roll, like basically if a punk rock band listened to a lot of Bruce Springsteen,
Mm.
that's kind of how I describe them.
Okay,
Okay.
So
I'm trying to
I
like.
can imagine
right.
him like that. Yeah, because they're kind of Anthony.
yeah,
You
they
know
do.
what I mean?
You don't say.
Yeah.
All right.
They live up to their name. But
So I could see the whatever you said, Billy Joel.
Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen. I don't know why I thought of
I'm sure
Billy
they listen to
Joel.
Billy Joel.
The boss.
The boss.
Piano. So I was thinking,
Yeah, the
Piano
boss.
Man.
I don't know why I thought
Was
of
it like
Billy
that
Joel.
rockin' piano too? Did they like fucking kick back the chair and like just get down like Little Richard?
No, not too much. It's more like a little more, I guess, indie emo with it.
No.
Yeah, kind of lightly.
Just
But,
moving his
Alright,
hips. That's
yeah.
it.
yeah.
Yeah. He's like swaying like this, doing that whole thing.
Pretty much.
Stevie Wondering.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's wondering.
Yeah,
it.
he's doing Stevie Wonder.
Oh, he's
That's
wondering.
fucked up. Is that kind of appropriation, you know?
Well,
It's like, cause Stevie's not doing it because he's just like vibing sometimes. You know? I like that. Ed was like mid fucking blowing out.
Yeah.
I like to catch people right there.
Oh,
That was good, dude. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Feel like should he be doing that? I don't know.
you're
I'm
appropriating.
not the person to answer that, by the way, but
Let us know what you think.
I try to pose the question. That's what I want to do nowadays.
But overall, I would if I gave the a rating for the concert, I would say a solid let's say like a 7.8.
All right,
Put it up
cool.
there. Mhm.
Oof, that's
Yeah.
a good one.
What about you?
My show was the Canons show,
Oh,
and
is that like the person or
this is yes,
singer?
Yep,
All right,
the
cool.
singer, and it was a great show. The merch sucks, by the way, but I can remedy that.
Just reach out? I know a guy.
It's just straight up like LA printing. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Like they just the t-shirt is not bad. It's a Belly Canvas t-shirt. So for those of you that know and appreciate any type of merch.
Yes.
This is the best.
It's a little
shirt
bit
right
better
here,
than
though.
Gildan. That's fucking
This is
absolutely better.
A1 shirt quality right here.
Right.
You didn't even notice what you're wearing. I was about to say, I was like, you're wearing a Carhartt? Or
No.
We can't promote them on the show today. But yeah, so the merch was okay. But the show was amazing, dude. Canons, they fucking killed it. There was these interesting fans on stage that were like kind of separate from one another, like just like they look like they're floating on stage, honestly, dude. And at first we thought, oh cool, these are fans, man. Hopefully they fucking start blowing. And,
Yeah,
you
towards
know.
us.
And then once they didn't turn on until Canons actually stepped on stage, and when they did, it was all just lighting, but really fucking dope lighting, dude.
Oh, okay.
Like it had every color of the rainbow, and at different moments of different songs, they were like lit appropriately, you know, like amber or like this really awesome purple, you know, like a violet, and it just set the fucking mood. Insert video here. But they were fucking amazing. She was like magnetic on stage.
Hell yeah.
This chick is like just commanding like and demanding like this attention and this vibe and the music. It's 3 of them only. Dude, it was amazing. Just them, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's all you really need. 3 people and a drummer. Shit. A studio drummer too. Come up.
Yeah, and that's
No problem.
exactly what it is. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I think it's just the 2 guys and the female lead, and the guys make the music and she sings.
Yeah.
And
Because they have a lot of, I think I'm remembering, they have a lot of electronic drums, right? In their tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I heard from some guy. This is so random. It's so random. But
I like those conversations.
Yeah. Dude, this guy ended up giving me information about like everything.
Yeah.
I was taking notes like,
Yeah, he was like, first he's all, hey man, how'd you get your tickets, you know? And I was like, oh, who bought them? And he was like, man, I won mine on the radio. Oh, that's cool. And he's like, yeah, man.
That's funny.
He's like, I was just talking to her manager. We're good friends. And he's talking about the DJ.
That's funny.
He's like, yeah, she was a last minute addition. They're from LA, her and the manager. And the manager knew someone here, so they fucking hired her.
damn, dude.
He's
And
a
I was
name
like, oh, that's
dropper. He ran into a name dropper.
Yeah,
He's
right
like,
away.
I won my tickets on the radio.
Yeah.
Like, bro, how'd you get them? Bought them. Like, what do you think,
Yeah,
dude?
and then he was like, yeah, I'm a promoter for like all these places in LA. And then he started talking about that. And I was like, oh, this guy's kind of connected, I guess.
Yeah.
That
You
is
know?
such a weird question now that you put like, how did you get your tickets?
It's like everybody else, we bought them.
Yeah, it was random. So random.
Yeah. He just wanted to tell you that he won his ticket.
Yes.
But he knows the promoter to get in the show, apparently. So
Yeah,
it's
he
weird.
probably could have maybe got it himself. Although there was the Novo does something really shitty that I don't remember them doing, but they have the ground floor there's a VIP ground floor, dude. So there's ground floor and then VIP ground floor, which is the VIP is the one that's in front of the stage.
Yeah.
Like they're the only ones that get to actually stand there. And then about 15 to 20 feet from the stage, there's a
Gates,
fence.
right?
Yeah, a gate that surrounds it. And I'm like, dude, segregation. Like, this is so fucked up, dude. So like, I'm like breathing on the neck of someone that's fucking in the VIP, you know? Like, that's all that's fucking separating us.
It's just a gate. That's it.
Yeah, I'm like, this is so fucking horrible. Like,
Just
I'm like,
think you're that close, but they paid like $75 more for
that's,
the
Yeah,
ticket.
I thought it was pretty fucked up. I don't remember it being that way, but
I don't remember being it that way either.
I could be wrong.
I feel like they're starting to do a lot of those things to recoup. I think I want to say they want to recoup some of the
Ugh.
money from like being off.
Don't do that to me.
But like, it's like, or if you're gonna do VIP, don't do it on the fucking ground floor. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I'm
the
telling you,
same
dude.
floor we all share.
No
Just
height
separated.
difference,
Yeah,
no
but-
nothing. Like we're all the same. It's just a fence, dude. Like it's not right. It feels wrong too when you're there and you're standing there and you walk up and they go, "Hey, buddy," and they fucking tell you, "Let me see your other ticket" or whatever. And I'm like, I just got in the ticket.
Yeah.
They're like, "No, this is VIP." And I was like, "What?" That's exactly what I did too. I made like a tiny little loud scene, you know. It's like, what?
It's so stupid.
And the only
What's the perks? I'm fucking 10 feet closer. Is that what?
Yeah.
the only other perk I could say is that you don't have to show up early.
I guess.
You have
yeah.
your spot. You can
Yeah.
just walk
God
right up.
Damn it.
That's-
That's true, but that
It's so
Yeah.
stupid.
that sucks,
The only
man.
perk to that.
If you go to the, jump over it. Go. If you're going.
You could honestly do that. It's so easy. You just sneak over. The taller you are, the easier.
You just freaking.
Jack Skellington legs over it.
But back to what you said, if they did refuse to like let the other
Oh, yeah.
people have lighting to keep the cannons
That's kind of
set up
sucky for them.
good for them, that's horrible because
yeah.
it's a whole show. It's everything.
Yeah,
You know?
you want everything from the beginning to the end of it to be engaging.
Yep.
Even the other artists, because I mean, you're just trying to help people out.
That's what we're there for too, for entertainment, man.
I mean, yeah.
And if anything, like you said, the whole vibe, like it kind of kills your vibe for Canons. Even if you think Canons is amazing,
yeah,
like you feel that ickiness from the beginning of the show where you're like, oh, dude, like the vibe was off, and you're like, then Canons came on, they're like, they were great, but this. You always remember the negative parts.
I'm trying
you just kind of like ruin the rest of the show.
Yeah, you just want to be like, it was a fucking great show from beginning to end. Not like
exactly
those two acts. Like, yeah, you guys don't know how to pick acts.
I never want to do that. Yeah, I had too much to complain about when I left, and I thought, man, this is horrible.
Yeah, so,
I thought I'm never going back to the Novo. That was the first thing.
Yeah.
I was like, it's so far from me. And then that experience was like enough. The VIP, the sound thing, them just treating that other artist that way. I don't know who made that decision. I don't know where.
For
it
one
came
shitty
from.
sound, just go to Chain.
But
I
mean, worse than that, it just was shitty for the artist.
I'm trying to remember if was Van Stone, Palmdale guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Were they like an add-on real quick?
They were.
But they were great, and they made the show whole thing.
They were actually really good. You're right, dude.
Maybe not the greatest music in the world, but performance, stage presence, yes,
that's what it was, dude.
But it made everything.
They were true to themselves.
It set up the atmosphere from the get go.
True.
So it was like full on engaging. They got you engaged,
even with that last minute edition, though.
Yeah.
You're right. You're absolutely right, because it was something fucking off 100%. Because that was going to be one of the most amazing shows that we had ever fucking been to.
Yeah.
And then they were like the last minute. Was it Under Oath that bailed out?
I think it was
Under Oath bailed out, and then they moved Silverstein up. I think
to headline, right? Yeah.
Okay, because it was no Census Fail. Because it was Census Fail.
I thought they moved. Well,
Had
one of them
the
was
Bled, Silverstein, Under Oath, and Census Fail.
Yes,
and Van Stone.
And Van
Well,
Stone.
Van Stone.
Don't forget about Van Stone.
They came in as last minute, but dude, it's fucking not to be disrespected, man.
But
they killed it.
I haven't
Anyways,
seen any
man.
shows.
Anyways.
You will.
You got to get out. There's a lot of shows that are coming up.
Yeah.
Alexis on Fire is going to be playing really, really soon.
I just saw a recap from the Midnight played at the Palladium too.
That's right, dude.
It was pretty cool. They had a dude
sick.
like just freaking standing out in the crowd with a saxophone.
Yeah.
So
doing
dope,
sexy sex,
dude.
man. But
yeah, that would have been a dope show to go to as well.
Let us know if you guys checked out any music, some concerts. But from there, we will head to our first break, and we're going to do a track review.
Yep.
Of the new release from Ellis Dunes.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the song is called 2022. All right, welcome back. You guys just heard Ellis Dunes with 2022.
Circa 2.0.
You kind of get that vibe, huh?
Yeah. This one did. For
Yeah.
Sure. It's like the guys, I think you were saying that the guys kind of like wrote for Anthony's voice.
Yeah, it seemed like that. Like if you're contrasting from the last song,
Yeah.
the last one seemed like an amalgamation, just like somebody had a riff and was like, "Oh, put some vocals on it." Like it was like a like a Pulse Service type thing they wrote.
Yeah.
And then this one seemed like if they had already known, like, oh, we're writing together, so Anthony sounds like this. This riff kind of fits his voice. Kind of seemed that way.
Yeah, for sure.
So which ends up sounding
I'd buy that,
very circa-ish.
And you know what? And it's they played it smart. They didn't release that song first, because then people would have just been like, Circa 2.0.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the same thing too.
Because I'm sure all these songs are already all written and laid out and recorded and tracked and produced.
Yeah, because the new album Past Lives will drop on November 11th.
Whoa, all right. It's a birthday album.
Happy birthday, guys.
Yeah, happy birthday. We're getting a fucking album.
Yep.
That's cool.
So I'm getting it. It's after my birthday.
Just closer to mine.
Closer to mine. It's mine.
Mm-hmm.
But
so is it like, I think we talked about this already, but the name LSD, right?
It sure seems like it.
But you know what? I just thought about it. It could be like they should have did LS Dudes.
LS Dudes.
That could work too. Yeah.
LSD Dudes.
Yeah.
But I liked your guys'
sorry, go ahead.
thought last time where you said it seems like an author. Like
it does seem like that too.
Yeah.
S.E. Hin, or something. J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
You can't say that anymore, but I just
was that one like canceled?
I believe so. Everything's canceled until it's not, you know,
Yeah.
until it's freaking, never gonna give you, and we love it again,
Yeah.
you know?
Dude, I just seen him in a
The mall?
AAA commercial.
Oh, okay. What?
Yeah, Rick Ashley. Yeah,
Rick
Yeah.
Ashley?
He's
I
doing
would say
the-
Isley for some reason, but
Oh, the Isley
yes, he
brother.
has like a Isley brother voice.
Yeah, he was a stepbrother, twice removed.
he was like redhead, hella white,
Yeah.
you know.
That's where that saying, this is the redheaded stepchild comes
There
from,
you
I
go.
believe.
He pulled a Charlie Sheen and just used a different name. Said
Yeah,
Isley.
he's not an Estevez. He's a, yeah.
But yeah, he was in a AAA commercial. But
Damn, I need to get AAA now.
it came in handy.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's great.
But yeah, I was digging this track. It caught me quicker than the last one, like I was telling you guys. But I think it was for the fact that it was very comfortable. It sounded like Circa, so it was easy to kind of like fall into my brain grooves of what I like already.
For sure. For
So
sure.
it didn't make.
In
Didn't
between all the crevices,
Yeah.
really nicely.
I didn't have to think as hard as the first track. So
And the guitarist is there's two guitarists, right?
Yeah.
Frankie Arrow from My Chem, and then
Travis Stever.
from
Stever.
Coheed.
Coheed. Yep.
Really, really talented musicians too, dude, or
dude.
guitarists, man. So
Great.
this like band is just so dreamy.
Yeah. I'm really hoping they stick it out. They do more than just the album. Because we've seen from
We'll see.
Man,
'Cause it's
can
like-
they? My
Yeah, 'cause
Cam's
they
on
gotta go
fucking
back to their
tour.
real lives.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
just reuniting.
I think if anything, now is the time for like these projects to happen. Like before, it seemed like to write together was a little tougher. To get
Mhm.
together to record was
Yeah.
tougher. I think
Sure.
technology is allowing acts like this to exist.
Yeah, because they could totally be like, yeah, I got a jam. You know, for like new songs, they can just write another, over the interwebs.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you're right.
I believe Ellis Dunes can last. So
I
well,
hope so. We
first
can
let me
only
hear the
hope.
album. Let me see if I want.
Yeah, let's
them
see.
to-
I think I'm gonna like the album. I'm already kind of like hooked already.
Yeah,
Just
Yeah.
because of the
The lineup.
lineup.
the all-star lineup.
You know what
It's
I
like-
feel though? Like, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go for it. Go
But
for it.
like with an all-star lineup, like I'm like tentative when it comes to things. So I'm like, I already know I like them, and I feel like it could be easy to be let down. You know,
You don't
'cause
want it to ruin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm already expecting like
idea of them.
grandiose stuff from these
Yeah.
guys.
Sure.
So I'm just like, God, don't let me down.
Put him on a pistol, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. Low expectations, just going into it knowing that they are who they are, but just kind of leave it like that.
Yeah.
And
I gotta
Mhm.
temper my expectations.
yeah, that is one thing I haven't done. I haven't really thought of what it could sound like beyond what I've just heard.
Yeah.
So I guess that's a decent
That's
thing.
your buffer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let it buff.
So I'm just
Cushion.
now I'm patiently waiting. I can't wait,
See what
man.
happens. My birthday album better be good.
Patiently waiting, Ed. We're patiently waiting.
Patient.
Patience.
Goose rub off.
Goose rub.
But
Goose rub off.
Goose rub off.
Goose rub off. Yeah, it's a different type of move.
It's a different type
Not
of-
many know it.
It's
but,
the massage shop
yeah.
down the street.
next to man your own jackhammer.
yeah, exactly, dude.
But sweet. What do we got? What are we talking about next, Rob?
50 Cent.
Oof.
Yeah, 50 Cent and Perfection Plastic Surgery Med Spa in particular, and Angela
okay.
Kogan. So there was 50 Cent apparently took this this picture with this woman who actually ran this med spa.
Mm-hmm.
They do plastic surgery and they do a bunch of like Botox and enhancements and things like that
Okay.
for women and men as well. All walks of life, I guess.
If
but
you
this
need
guy,
if you need a sprucing,
they'll do your goosing. He took like a promo picture with the person one day, and he didn't realize that it was gonna be used for what they used it for. They tried to like spin it on their social media as if he was a patient. And I think initially it started off as like, hey, look who we ran into type of thing. Not necessarily like, I don't know how it was worded, but it was innocent to begin in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
so
And then-
50 was under the impression it was just like a photo op,
That's exactly what he said.
and they were.
Thought she was a fan.
Did they think they were in a business relationship, or did they are they being a little more, you think, manipulative, more a little more malintent with this?
Well, I think it turned to male intent right away.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Yeah, they started using his popularity to kind of push their brand, and they started to use the post a little more frequently, and then they started getting a little more strategic with their wording. So it just seemed like he was an ex-patient, sort of like, well, we can't really, divulge all the information, but let's say he's satisfied, something like that, to the effect of that, and here's what sucks, dude. They're claiming that he got a penis enhancement from them.
Ooh.
And
So the company is claiming that, or
that's what they're implying. Yes,
Implying.
that's what they're implying.
Okay,
Because that's the work that they do for males.
So he's like the success story. He was supposed to be the success story of their penis enhancement,
Yep.
penal enhancement, whatever.
penile,
Exactly.
Penile.
Which is a thing now. It's crazy. but
Penile
it's a
river.
thing, dude.
penile, whatever. So he's not. What is he suing? Is he suing them?
Yes, for kind of like defamation.
Oh, okay.
I think there's some other things that they're throwing in there, but yeah,
Nothing
he
to
wants
do
them to
with-
stop using this.
Nothing to do with patient confidentiality.
I don't know. I don't know if because he's
Because
not
if-
necessarily a patient.
That would
That's
almost
what I
be
mean. So if they were suing him for that, then
Right, he can use
you
that.
got your dick done.
I think,
But if he's not, then
yeah.
You got
Yeah.
your goose spruced.
Well, so his exes came to his defense.
There you go.
One being Vivica A. Fox.
Oh, she'd be like, nah.
She was, she was like, no, he came
Oh.
with the big dick.
It's all real.
Came with that energy.
He always had it, and she vouched for it. Another woman that I know he was with was Chelsea Handler back in like 2012, 2013. But I haven't read that she came to his defense yet.
Yeah.
But I know that that's all she was about back in the day too, though, because I've heard her
Okay.
voice it way too many times on her TV show, dude.
Oh, really?
About just loving big dick, in general.
Ah, okay.
Also,
Everybody got their
big-
type.
Yeah, just everybody has a type. So she's voiced that before, so it kind of, lines up, I would say.
yeah.
I would say. You can only assume,
So is he trying to get ahead of this because he feels like if he did have the procedure that it's embarrassing? Is that
Gonna
what
fuck up his gangster status.
Yeah, there's
okay.
there's a lot for someone's character that can be sort of diminished,
Mhm.
There's a sort of masculinity that comes with him. Not necessarily, I mean, he's not a relevant artist right now, but whatever he has left might be ruined.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about it, like when we first mentioned it, I was like, either way, whether he's not a patient or he is a patient, the end result is the same. You still got a big dick,
Yeah.
like
Sure. Yeah.
So I mean, like,
Still slinging dick.
I mean, I guess is it because like I guess in like what is it?
Machismo way.
Yeah,
He wasn't,
like you didn't have to buy one. Is that what it is?
you bought a dick.
Yeah, because in the article it says that he's subjected to ridicule and it's damaged both his professional and personal reputation.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, interesting.
So I mean, for him, it's created enough damage.
To spin it in like a maybe I don't know if we different discussion, but
Sure.
isn't it crazy that like for men like this is an embarrassing thing, like
Right?
if you were to have, but for women like if you're
Yeah.
gonna have breast enlargement, what do they call it? Breast
Enhancement?
there you go, enhancement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you're gonna
Nobody cares.
tuck the flaps in.
I think now, though, we've finally got to that moment where it's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even like, although I won't say I prefer the look, but like
Yeah, you're a
Botox
preference.
and the looks and like the other like enhancements, bigger cheekbones,
Mhm.
whatever. Those seem normal now,
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you see them everywhere, it just seems like, oh yeah, it doesn't even raise an eyebrow anymore. But initially, I think the whole world was just like blown away that people were doing something so like radical,
Like for women, right?
for women.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of
Yeah,
women,
now it's just like whatever.
like breast enhancements in the beginning, I think they were really like risque. Women were like thinking kind of what we're thinking for the the penis enhancement, like, whoa, I don't need that, like kind of like a natural, like,
Come on, natural.
yeah. I mean, I don't.
Because we're in an age of where it's like your body. It's always been your body, your thing, but it's just more people accept it now. So it's
Mhm.
like whatever, dude. You do you, Whatever
Yeah,
you wanna.
yeah.
And I think it's getting like that for dudes too.
But I think for
Or is it
man, that's a
different?
really interesting.
I don't
thing.
think it is.
See,
That's why. Like, I think people like 50
Well, he's
Cent,
an older generation, I think, so that's why he cares about his reputation of having a big
You know
dick.
what? For
Maybe.
guys,
You know.
we've never really had to have anything to enhance our look, so to speak. Guys don't have too many tools,
Yeah.
to make ourselves better looking, in like the general sense of the word, because women have makeup that they can use to apply. They have even fashion to lean on to enhance their look,
Yeah.
accentuate certain aspects of their body, things like that. Guys really don't have that. And we've always kind of had that mindset where, oh, we just are,
So if you already have it, it's like more of a pride
I
thing
think the
where
only
it's
thing
like-
we got is
so-
like that some guys got is like a beard. That's the only thing you can
That's
do.
became a thing for
Yeah.
sure. That makes a guy more attractive.
Yeah.
And even to them, they're like, I look way better
Yeah.
with it than without, like that. That's a dependency
we
type
got
thing.
like little things like maybe the hat,
The hat's a big thing too.
The hat.
Covers the insecurity of the freaking withering hairline, or
I wonder too if in circles like women, like do they look if a woman were to have like fake boobs as opposed to natural ones, like in circles of women, do they look down on women that have fake boobs
Maybe
as opposed to have natural ones?
maybe
You know what I mean?
They used to. I don't think so anymore.
yeah.
As opposed to like in circles of men, like if you found out like, oh, you have a fake dick, then like you're looked down upon or something.
To be
like
honest, if someone says they got a fake dick,
Let me see
my
it.
thing is let me see it.
Let me see it.
I just
And I
yeah.
think you would want to
Yeah.
show it.
I
because
would be
Yeah.
like, yeah, let me see that damn
I paid
thing.
for this,
Yeah.
See, the thing
It's gotta
is
be
like,
big.
yeah, I don't know.
Should be.
Yeah.
Why?
Fuck it, how much you pay for
It's
that?
like, I was modest. I went with the 5-inch. Should
Like,
have seen what I had before. Why would they?
like how much they charge you per inch? I want to know, bro.
Yeah,
You know?
I
Is
think
it like
that's it.
ro-
I wonder if women think the same thing too when they're going and they're like, I'm not just gonna go to B. Give me the fucking G's.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder.
I want to be a
I want the
sideshow.
backbreakers. you know?
Yeah.
Now,
I want a reason to get them out in 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, for
yeah, I
sure.
would be so curious. Yeah, let me see that thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
I would.
shit.
I mean,
And
Let me hold it.
Maybe
Wow, it's kind of heavy.
really
dude.
heavy.
Yeah.
Jesus, look at that thud, guys. Look at that. Look at that. What the fuck, dude? It feels real.
you can't even tell the
Is
difference.
this your actual skin? It came from your what? Your
Yeah.
butt cheek? Oh my god.
I'm gonna get one, guys. Shit.
It's an interesting thing, I think these are obviously unanswerable questions, especially the thoughts of like how women would feel towards the breast enhancements in the first place.
You
But
know,
we can only,
That's
wonder.
a cool theory or a cool thought. Is like, of course, we're none of us are single, and it'd be cool to hear like a girl's perspective. It'd be like, hey, that guy got dick enhancement.
Yeah.
What's your thought?
Do they look down on it?
Yeah.
Or is
Sure,
it? Is it
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, because it would be kind of be like us asking, "Oh, what do you think about the fake boobs?" Like,
Yeah.
yeah, they're cool.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And
I want to hear what like a girl's perspective on that.
yeah.
What do you think if 50's got a fake dick?
Yeah.
Does it matter?
But I think you do have a point
God, I
with
wonder.
the idea of him being older.
Yeah, I think he's older generation.
Yeah,
so
I think we like maybe young, like our age and younger, probably don't care as much.
yeah.
Or maybe they might, but
Yeah.
it's it's whatever, take it or leave it type thing. So I think you're right to the effect
Yeah.
that like, he's older, he comes from a different generation, so it's
Mhm.
like less manly, in a
Yeah,
sense.
I mean,
so.
50's almost 50.
50's almost
So-
50.
Starts
He's,
diminishing
Yeah,
after that.
Yeah,
whatever,
you
man.
don't want to be fucking disrespected at 50.
But I mean, if he feels that way, then he's got to do what he's got to do.
I mean,
I mean, the thing is too, like if they're making money off his image, oh shit, like
Yeah,
that's what's
the other side
that's
of it,
that's the burn part.
that's
Yeah.
fucked up,
You know.
dude. Because it's not a real like they didn't pay for the marketing.
It's not a real
Yeah.
placement. No,
You know,
it's like
yeah,
all fake.
so-
They stole his image.
You can't
Yeah.
fucking do that.
You can't
That's
do
just
that.
like fucking frowned upon in general, like
You
in
can't
all
even take
business.
your images off of Google Image and use them for things without
Yeah.
getting slapped with a copyright.
Honestly, dude, yeah. So how could you use it inappropriately
Yeah.
like that? They are responsible, and we will seek repercussion. I don't even know what I'm saying.
I think this next thumbnail needs to be like a picture of us in a plastic surgeon.
Like a Try Guys thing where
Yeah.
we're getting it done, guys.
Oh,
But let us know what you guys think. What I don't know. What do you feel?
care?
Yeah, do you care? Would it matter to you? Like, is it a
I
thing?
don't care about 50's dick.
Or let us know if you've seen any old nudes of 50 from back in the day. They're on the dark web or something that
Yeah.
You
we
can
need to know about.
corroborate his
Coabowate.
Coabowate.
I got you.
Coabowate.
Coabowate.
That's a hard word, dude.
You rascally
Corroborate.
rascal.
Corroborate. Is that how you say it? Corroborate? Corroborate?
Corroborate? No.
Corroborate?
It just reminded me of what was it? Was it Team America where they're making fun of was it
Kim Jong? No.
Yeah, no,
The other.
his dad. Where like he's like, I'm so lonely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man. But anyways, from there we'll head to our next break, and we got another track playing the new Thrice track, and it's called "Open Your Eyes and Dream." All right, welcome back, everybody. You just heard Thrice with "Open Your Eyes and Dream." What'd you guys think?
Not bad.
Not too shabby?
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Safe.
I think the more I listen to it, it keeps growing on me.
Yeah, it's a bit of a grower.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. I think it was a
Yeah, just say again,
safe move for
I-
Thrice.
I think that's why I haven't come back.
Mm.
Like, I'm not like staying away from them on purpose, but I
Yeah.
just like, there's nothing that's like pulling me in to be like,
Shying
listen
away.
to this shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the neighbor from Home Improvement?
Oh,
Wilson.
Wilson. You're pulling a Wilson on there. You're just kind of peering over the fence at
Yeah.
them.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
yeah, go back.
Yeah.
I'll be back next episode.
I do, neighbor.
I think the thing that changed for me is we talked about it off the mic, but his voice.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, yeah.
His voice is like more brooding and just deeper.
I get that, but it's just not much of a shift in everything, you know?
I'm just glad he's away from that other tone he was doing that was more like raspy. Like it was a little more like soul.
Oh, the tone he uses for his solo stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the tone that
Yeah.
I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
I don't like that tone. No.
He tries to go
No, no, no,
very
no.
what is it like?
That's the
Like shit stomping fucking I'm on a railroad track
Yeah,
fucking folk.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like hard folk though. Like I fucking worked 12 hours on the
I
railroad.
can imagine just the videos of him just like on the edge of a train.
Yeah. Someone's like hammering steel in the background.
Yeah.
You hear that
like pitchforks.
the freaking harmonica in the back.
Yeah. I just realized I don't like harmonica either, you guys. Like
Really?
I like it if someone's doing it somewhere, but a song came on and it was all I was like, fuck, man. It's so loud. So loud. I was like old man for a moment. I was like, this is like too damn loud.
What about Blues Traveler?
I like fucking
Blues
some
Traveler?
harmonica.
See, I think used
In the right
properly.
prop-
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
But this was not used properly. I don't even know
It
what
was
song
like
it was.
some house song.
It was just like with a straight up like
What's that? With the screaming cowboy, like,
yeah.
oh, we love him.
Yeah, we do love him.
I don't even know there's harmonica in that song, but I just
No,
picture that.
no, it's just
No.
that.
I don't know. It's a lot
It's
of
a
banjo.
house song with the fucking guy screaming.
But what were we talking about?
What are we talking about?
Thrice,
Thrice.
thrice.
Thrice, yeah.
Thrice. It didn't do it for me. It's a good song. I thought it was a solid song.
Yes.
Safe song. But even with the vocal changes, and it was just the same old, like
It's very in the,
the
pocket.
Thrice beat.
Yes,
I mean,
you know.
are we expecting anything different at this point, though?
I feel like I am because of Ellis
Really?
Dunes.
Whoa.
I think Ellis Dunes
Oh,
has
setting the bar.
Set the bar for older artists. You know what I mean? For not older artists, but artists of the realm we sit in.
You know what? I think I'm okay. I'm on your side, and I agree with you. There's something that I'm even brewing here, and I wish they would revisit an old sound of theirs, dude. I like when bands
Yeah.
actually do that. They'll kind of like revisit, not 100%.
I'm okay with that.
Yes.
You don't need to go
Yeah.
back to fucking your first album or something, but just go back because you're capable all of it from A to B or A to Z. Let's say you have your discography of everything you've done, your fucking, your legacy. You can dip into anything anytime you want. This is yours. It belongs to you.
Yeah, like you created that sound, so you're free to go back to it if you want.
Just because you progressed and you found a new, better sound, like a sound that you like today, fucking integrate something, mix it up a little bit.
And I feel with Thrice, it would work that good that way because they found like a pocket that they stay in. Like they've progressed out of like say the what is it, the they're
Safe or no?
the artist in the
There you
ambulance.
go. There you go.
Yeah.
Like they've progressed from that sound, but they've kind of like found another pocket that they stay in. So if they
Yeah.
were to like dip their toes back into those waters, with the kind of like the new refreshed
Yeah.
sound,
Yeah.
I think it would be good. It's different. I
Could be
think
good.
if it's artists like say AFI,
Mhm.
like I don't see AFI ever dipping their toes back into like Shut Your Mouth or Black Sails
No.
because they seem to progress more so with every album.
I mean, they just, they're like jumping out of genres.
yeah.
Yeah, they're like,
So, like-
we're over here now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like for them to do something, I would feel like it would be out of character. But like for Thrice, because they seem to be in a pocket with these like past 3 albums,
Yeah.
I feel it would be
That's
good
what.
for them.
That's what's like 3 albums in the same pocket. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind if they feel comfortable. I'm just like not
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna be like. I'm not gonna hate them, but I'm just not gonna be like,
Yeah, it doesn't excite you as much, you know?
exactly.
So
And I think that's a really good word, excite.
Mm.
And for me, what would excite me is to pick up the tempo a little bit.
mm,
Just I would like to hear that from them again.
I feel like all their songs are like really drony and drowny.
They are.
yeah.
Which I like from
Yeah.
certain artists, like shoegaze, let's say,
Mm,
style of a band that's been in that genre that knows how to do that well,
Yeah.
and it does it really well. But when it comes to like the drony little bit of what Thrice is doing, I liked it in the beginning. I liked it, but then it just got like, all right.
yeah. What's
See, like,
next?
A
Yeah.
few,
5
a few
albums
tracks,
later.
a few
Yeah.
tracks like that in the mix, that'd be great. If you start defining your sound based on that, then it feels like, oh man, that,
Yeah.
Like I
not
really liked when they did that. What was it? The Earth, Wind, and Fire. albums,
the
split, like the 2
Alchemy
albums.
Index.
The Alchemy Index, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I liked
okay,
I liked that. Like it was cool because like the Earth and Fire one were like,
They're heavier, kind
Heavier,
Oh,
of, and then water,
and
air. They were a little
were
more
like,
kind of had some synth to them, and a little bit
it was
digital.
like cool seeing like, all right, I was like
Yeah.
super like inspired by those albums, and then after that, it just kind of like the next album was cool, and then it was just like, oh, same thing.
You know what?
Same thing.
And then what happens is they seem to become the band where like you go back for that sound. Like maybe it's not like you dislike them, but you
Yeah.
only come back to them because you're like, oh, I want to hear some Thrice. Because in a sense, they're going to be Thrice.
Yeah.
At least with the recent releases, this is what it feels like.
Yeah.
Because they're a little too comfortable in that pocket.
I
But
think my favorite jam still is it Better Off? That super punky one.
from Thrice?
Yeah.
Deadbolt?
Deadbolt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. Dude, I just what was it, maybe like a month or two ago, I revisited Artist in the Ambulance. I was like, man, this is a good album.
Yeah.
It's
Such
super
like a
solid, dude.
album.
Yeah, really, really good.
But yeah.
But let's see what else like follows this. Because it's just a single, right? It was just one track.
Yeah, they're doing that. They are working the algorithm.
algorithm?
They've released a couple where they then ends up compiling into an EP, and then that'll be part of the album when it comes out.
Yeah, yeah. Very smart because it does, feel the algorithm.
Yeah.
Like we've mentioned.
But yeah, we'll
Strategic.
let's see what comes of it. See if they what the next releases are.
Hopefully they get like really wicked and start experimenting fucking with everything,
Yeah.
Again.
Conjuring up.
Hopefully there'll be some harmonica in there.
Let's hope not.
And the screaming cowboy comes in.
Dude, that thing sick.
Oh, but let us know what you guys thought. If you took a listen to Thrice, if you like Thrice, if you like that song,
Yeah, Marty.
yeah, let us know what you think. Oh yeah, Marty. But from there, we'll get back into the episode.
Yeah.
And then
Yes, sir.
next on the docket, we have Kanye West.
I don't think he ever leaves the docket, really, but
He's become like
Wesley Snipes.
the Wesley Snipes for seasons on seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a cross season character, right?
Yeah.
And what it was
Hey,
like,
at least he's not boring.
He's never boring. Yeah, that's right. There's
There you
never a
go.
dull moment, dude.
You're not gonna.
There's
Maybe
like-
you don't like him, but
There's
he's not
a few
boring.
stories, dude. There's a few.
We got a couple.
so let's dive into them.
Yeah.
Go for
So Levar Burton is the first one, which happened a few weeks back, but
Mm.
this one deserves an honorable mention because it's hilarious, dude. I don't know how Kanye keeps getting away with this and being called a genius. It's beyond me. It really is, man. But he claimed, Kanye West shared that he's repulsed by literature, comparing books to vegetables often despised by children. Levar Burton responded to that, which Levar Burton is a celebrity of our beloved Reading Rainbow television show, which was on a public broadcast, or public access PBS for maybe like 30 years or something.
Oh, was it that long?
Yeah, dude.
Wow, I didn't know it was
No, for real, like that long.
Wow, I did not know
It
that.
had to have been like
Wow.
at least that long. So, dude, LeVar Burton responded on Twitter to that statement. He said, I'm going to have to take Mr. West's word for it. I hope, however, that he shares a different message with the children enrolled at the schools he's founded, named after his mother, who was a professor of English. I'm fairly certain she read a book or two.
Yeah.
Man.
When you getting some scolded by the guy from PBS, LeVar, yeah, it's a...
And that's a mild statement, too.
Yeah.
You know,
he kept it kid friendly.
He did. Yeah.
Yeah, he always does.
Always does.
Really, yeah.
But
But,
ain't gonna catch him.
I mean, especially because like his school's being named after his mom. I think
Donda Academy.
Donda Academy.
Yep.
So this is why I think LeVar really got into it, because it was like your mom was a professor of English and you're saying you don't like books. And then I think, if I remember, I watched some of that interview he did with, what was it, Dateline, or the one where they're interviewing him about everything, and they talked about the school. And yeah, he seems very like anti-literature a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like as if like it's one of those things where like he feels like if he knows enough where you don't need books type thing, you know, like
yeah,
I got everything up here.
Yeah, right. It's all right.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I don't
It's
know
kind of
where,
muddled with the other stuff.
I don't know if it's this article or somewhere else, but I heard he went on record claiming that he like never even read a book, but that's like one of those exaggerations.
Yeah, I mean, he had to
Yeah.
fucking read a
You
book. Did he graduate high school? I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure he
Yeah.
did.
I know. Yeah, I know he's a college dropout, of course.
So you had to go to high school.
But I mean, obviously he's read a book, you know, like that's just, we've all read a book, you
Yeah.
know, like there's like required literature in class that you read along.
Yeah.
You know, there's stuff that you read at home that you might
No,
not
but
read at
he's gonna
home.
claim he just fucking knew it
Oh.
But see, I think that's
A
what it
gift from
is.
God.
He's using
from the Bible he's never read before.
exactly, dude.
Never read I think the lawyer even said something about that. Maybe he didn't, but someone said like, you know, you quote the Bible all the time, but like, so have you never read it? Or
Right.
I only read verses.
I only drop and read verses.
Man, I wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, hey, you could technically say like, I didn't read this book. I just read a bunch of song lyrics, right?
I mean, most what was
Because everything's verses in the Bible, right?
that is true.
Yeah.
It pretty much is.
And much like
Well, pretty much is, yeah.
Yeah.
majority of
American
majority of American churches and Christians probably haven't read the Bible either. So
Probably.
Kanye is the gift that keeps on giving, and he made headlines again. So at the in Paris, he came out wearing a shirt that said "White Lives Matter," and then he's pictured next to Candace Owens, which she's also wearing a "White Lives Matter" shirt.
Yeah.
So,
People are pissed.
I think he commented on it. Did he end up commenting on it?
He did. Yeah, he made a statement. So Kanye West responded with a comment on his IG, and it was just a story that simply had the words, "Everyone knows that Black Lives Matter was a scam. Now it's over. You're welcome."
So I've heard quite a few takes on this. If you're gonna go the charitable route, a lot of people do dislike the handling of the organization that is Black Lives Matter.
Like the people
Right.
in charge.
Yes, because
Well, there's a few divisions of the Black Lives Matter
yes,
movement, and not all are legitimate, let's say,
Yeah.
or
they just like
have the purest of intentions.
They just take the funds and run.
yes.
Yes.
And to that effect, I will say, okay, like if you're speaking out against, you know, misuse of funds, especially if they misled people, especially what they what do you call it? A movement that's, you know, you're trying to, you know, help people that are being oppressed, you know?
Yeah.
Sure. Yep.
But that's not the thing. If that was supposed to be your message, if that's what Kanye's saying that was supposed to be his message, that's not the first thing people think about.
Yeah.
They're gonna think like, oh, so like I heard somebody say like, he famously said that George people didn't care about black people.
Mhm.
Now
That's
Kanye
right.
West doesn't care about black people.
It's crazy.
So, but if so, that's the thing. People, that's gonna be your
Mhm.
first reaction if you're gonna wear a shirt that says White Lives Matter.
Yeah.
That's almost like what they call like a dog whistle for racism in a sense.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, my first thought actually was that, he's just making a publicity stunt. Like I feel like maybe he kind of thinks this stuff, but like it's a lot for attention on things. Like I don't know how genuine he feels about the things he does. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a hard one to say with Kanye because he just flips every way. So you can't I can't take him serious, to be honest. Like anything he does anymore.
And especially with statements like this, I mean, that's his response to it. His response could have been something completely different.
Yeah.
It could have been like, this is to shed light on, just to have a conversation all over again.
Yeah.
Like this is not over type shit. Like that was just to fucking get you to think about it. And even you as white America might even be like, wasn't it Black Lives Matter? Boom. Now we got your attention. Yes. And that is the fucking conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he could have, but he didn't say that. He fucking literally went and answered the question.
He was just trying to.
Everyone
raise some
knows that
people
it's a
up, yeah.
scam.
He was just
Yeah.
trying to get
So,
in the headlines again.
Which
he did.
He did, but he's also calling it a scam, which is, that's the difference for this situation.
Yeah.
I think for black people, they're mad that he's doing that. He's degrading the movement
Yeah.
that is helping a number of other people and still doing a lot of real
Yeah.
good,
If there was like some what do you call it, some bad actors, then maybe if he said that and then called out, like
That's what he should have done.
boom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he should have been
Perfect.
specific about it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this such and such division or website is
Boom.
not part of the
Yeah,
real
yeah,
movement,
yeah.
and they're fucking, fake and not about the fucking people.
You know what would
There
have been
you go.
cool and probably a fashion thing if you want something like Black Lives Matter only cares about the green, like talking about that, and then
Yeah.
like listed in the text all the names of the people that are like bad actors,
Yeah.
or something like
Yeah.
that in that movement.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think what put a exclamation point is that he brought Candace Owens,
Double down on
yeah,
it.
which she's
wild.
known to be she's very right leaning,
Yeah.
very anti, a lot of the, Black Lives Matter. Like
She's the
not-
one that says all life matter.
Yeah, she's the one I
Yeah.
can't. Which was funny because I watched her take on it, and she was speaking a lot about like her experience and stuff. And if you watch it, like she talks about like she was like, oh, when I first came to Paris, I was working for somebody, and they degraded me, saying like, oh, you're lucky that you came with us because you couldn't ever afford this, fancy dinner in Paris.
Mhm.
And I was like, so you almost feel like you should have had someone that's saying that your life does matter in
Yeah.
that instance, right? And then she goes on saying all of her experience. I'm like, it feels like you are just talking about different areas when you were oppressed as a black woman,
Right.
which you probably wanted a movement that says your life does matter. And it's so crazy, like how she's not catching these things. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
She's ingrained. Everything's ingrained in her dogma, and that's what drives everything. She don't even think about those past experiences as another way other than self-righteous. Like I got past it all myself. That's why the other
I pulled
why you
myself
could
up
do
my-
that. Yeah.
And I think the combination of all those things, the Candace Owens thing, the statement on IG, him wearing that phrase on his fucking clothing,
Yeah.
it just paints a real big picture on its own that you really don't have to. It only leaves you to like think the worst things possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or
that's the thing.
assume
It
worst.
just leaves the front door wide open for whatever.
Absolutely.
And that's what he's doing. I think that's what his purpose is with that whole thing, is just to do that.
yeah, I'm sure. Like if that's what
Yeah.
I was thinking. I feel like he got exactly the response he wanted. He wanted outrage. He wanted
Yeah.
attention.
Mhm.
And he's getting all of that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure at some level he does think or believes in whatever he's probably saying.
Yeah.
So it's not bad publicity or attention for him.
Yeah. No, it's
So-
all what he wants. He's getting what he wants.
Yeah, some people that mentioned some celebrities that kind of spoke out against it. Jaden Smith apparently was there,
Oh yeah, I did see
and
that. Yeah.
he left when he Apparently, when Kanye walked out and showed himself as that, he just seen it and bounced.
And then
He was like,
even-
I'm not going to be associated with this. So I got to get out of here.
Yeah, he tweeted later. Like, he's like, "Oh, I had to dip when I see that."
Yeah.
And then he made another statement, but I can't remember what he said.
Also Van Lathan, who is one of the reporters on TMZ, he was the one. He was the other side of the conversation when Kanye West was talking about slaves were enslaved for 400
I remember that,
years.
yeah.
You know, it seems like more of a
slavery's a
decision.
mindset.
Yeah, slavery was mindset. That other guy who
which was rebutting him.
yeah, he was like he came out and he was talking about it. And
He's a TMZ reporter, right?
He's a TMZ reporter, yeah. And he was like tripped out, like, man, I can't believe you keep doing this. You keep like basically just degrading everything, you know, like that. We're basically working for. And yeah, he said he's disappointed, he's appalled, he's unbelievably hurt by the fact that he has morphed into something that is completely not real.
I don't think I think he's just what were those you know, those National Enquirers?
The tabloids?
The tabloids.
Yeah.
That's all he is now. I don't think he can make anything happen for people. If he runs out of money, I don't think everyone's going to care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the way I see him in my mind now. If I just think if I see what he does, it's just a tabloid.
So
to me.
You don't think he's genuine in anything he's saying? Like, you think he's like just out there to like basically make waves?
Yeah,
like,
I think
he's
he's
just trying
out there
to cause reaction.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I think he's done enough to warrant that he's not serious with anything he does. And I think the only reason why some people take to heart, like, are do collabs with him or do this or that, it's just because they want some of his money. To be honest, I don't know.
He has a reputation, so I think I kind of agree with that. I think what I think with Kanye is that he kind of drank his own Kool-Aid so much that he thinks the more outrage I get, the more I'm an artist. So like he equates like outrage and anger, or you know, people like coming at him as, oh, my art is succeeding. This is art, and like.
I mean, God,
if that's his art and in his head, he's succeeding at it.
I guess, maybe he's getting what
I believe,
he
like,
gets what he wants.
In order for art to exist, you kind of need that too, in a sense, because I mean, you need people to absorb it, and there's no way they're going to be able to absorb it if you don't grab their attention in the first place, you know? So it's like a really radical way of abusing his celebrity already, that he just kind of like...
Yeah, I agree with that like you need eyes on like art, but at the same time, like if you were like, let's say you were releasing an album or something like that, and you were going on whatever, the Tonight Show, and you wore like a shirt that said, you know, I agree with Hitler or something like that. Like nobody's gonna care about your art. You know, like you just surpassed it. Like
no one's gonna
So you didn't do your art justice in a sense, you know? Because you caused so much outrage that now it doesn't even matter, you know, how good whatever you were doing is.
Exactly. But you know what? At the same time, any sort of, it can be spun so many different ways. Like he's still going to make money is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Like that art still exists, whether or not we believe that that's appropriate way of doing that or not.
He's going to make money no matter
good
what.
Or bad, whatever he creates with that, which is his art. Because I don't believe that he is, like, I think everything is garbage. Like the shoes have always been garbage to me. I'm not a fan. I just, fashion wise, I'm not a fan. And I'm not afraid to fucking say that. It's fucking ugly. You know, we're not living in the fucking Matrix. Like, I don't want to wear that clothing, you know, like those stupid boots. Like,
but when we are,
how far can you like keep stripping down clothing and making it more muted and more less is more? You know, you stripped to strands, you know, like eventually it's just gonna be, this is a fashion statement. The nude body should be exposed a little bit, you know, it's like,
it's going to cost you
it just doesn't,
$5,000.
you know what I mean? Like for fashion and obviously it's just this fucking weird, part of fashion anyway, you know, like high-end fashion is just like, it's such a small part of it, you know, like it's obviously influencing, there's a trickle effect that influences the masses. But realistically, we don't buy high-end fashion,
No.
Very, very few people buy that and can even afford it or even wear it right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and to touch on that, it's interesting that you see, because this type of thing almost flies in the face of what everything flies in the face of what Kanye says because he contradicts himself so much. But in that interview that he did with, what was it, Dateline or whatever, he talked about like fashion and how he wanted it to be obtainable to everybody. Like he wanted to do a deal with Walmart or something like that, so people to buy his fashion.
I forgot about that, dude.
But if that's your goal, and then you go out and do a stunt like this, you're just alienating people. You're basically saying, I don't want this whole group of people to buy my stuff because they're not gonna like it.
And to be honest, these people ain't gonna work with them. Like someone like Walmart.
Yeah.
Family friendly.
Well, I'm glad that you mentioned that, Ed, because speaking of not working with Kanye West, you've got artists like Estero who co-wrote a lot of songs on 808s and Heartbreaks. And she came out saying that she would like to donate. She tweeted and said, I'd like to donate a portion of my publishing from 808 and Heartbreaks album to Black Lives Matter. And then she followed up with an additional tweet and said, let me be crystal clear where I stand on this. She said, I invite other co-writers to do the exact same thing.
She's kind of for like a boycott of Kanye then.
Exactly.
Did anyone else say anything yet?
No one else has come out just yet. And Kanye West hasn't even responded to any of those other statements as well just yet. But it's still early. It's pretty fresh.
Even if you were to ask Kanye directly to say what your train of thought was, like it feels like you never get a straight answer.
No.
Right.
He clouds it in things and you would never like.
Well, the idea, I think you're right, man. He is clouding it because it's so clouded in. It's like it's an idea that was almost like a fragment of something. He just ran with it. You know, he does that more often than not. Like he'll just make something really grand in his head and then not really figure out how to explain it the best, or how to convey that message 100%. It's wild.
But then he's one of those artists be like, oh, you didn't get it because you don't know my genius.
Yeah. That's so fucked up because it's not the truth.
That's what I get. Like, he's one of those type of people. Like, he'll run with something, but it's like, oh, no, you didn't get it,
Yeah.
You don't know art.
You don't know art.
And that's that, like, half fucking brain scheme, type of delivery, like, oh, you didn't get it, like, of course, like, you can follow up with that. That just clears up everything,
It's a built-in excuse.
Yeah, it's a real built-in excuse. That's exactly what it is.
I don't need to read a book.
Yeah, just cover all.
That boils back down to that. Like, he really sees himself, I'm such a genius, I don't need books.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's where we end.
Kanye.
Yeah, he's just assuming that he absorbed all the knowledge to his genius that adds up to his genius, but never by reading anything ever. No words have been written ever. But I write words myself, but I don't read them.
I never read words, not even the words I write.
Yeah, that's like a fucking crazy statement. It's so great. That like should be like part of his like legacy that he leaves behind. Like everybody, words are so amazing because you fucking love them. I write some of the best words like in sequence, you've loved these words that I've written actually.
You know what? Be amazing thing if a publisher can get him and be like, we want you to write a book, Kanye.
That's so, dude.
Because I feel like in his head, he'd be like, I need to do this. And be like, you never read your own book.
I never read your own book. I didn't even.
It's gonna read like fucking.
I'm not gonna read it.
It's gonna read like stereo instructions, like just diagrams and fucking pictures, drawings, fucking doodles. Yeah. And you're supposed to piece it all together.
Dingbats or whatever.
Dingbats.
Yeah, dingbats.
Dingbats, wingdings,
wingdings, whatever they call them.
There was
all of them.
Who did that? There was was it David Carson? It was David Carson.
Yeah.
Remember he did a whole thing where everything was in dingbat.
Yeah.
I forgot it was like a whole article. And then it actually said something, but if you went and highlighted it and changed it to a real font.
Yeah.
But he did that on purpose because he was like, whatever. He was being an artist with it.
Yeah.
He was being an artist with it.
I like things like that. Like I used binary before to convey messages in art as well.
Yeah.
And that seemed like a really cool thing at the time. Still okay, but
it's still cool.
Yeah, you can make it work.
Yeah, it's okay.
But
speaking binary.
We'll put a pin in it from her there.
Yeah,
I'm sure Kanye's gonna come back up.
Fucking this week, I'm sure there'll be something.
There's got to be something, especially with that statement.
Go to Twitter right now. There'll probably be something. But let us know what you guys thought of the whole Kanye stunt. Are you on Kanye's side? Are you against him? Somewhere in the middle? Let us know.
Mm-hmm.
But from there, we'll be going into another break and song. Next up, we have the new one from Paramore. And this track is called This Is Why.
This is why I don't leave the house. You say the coast.
All right, welcome back, everybody. You just heard Paramore with their new one, This Is Why.
Yeah, exactly. That sounded like men, women, and children.
Yes.
And if
That
you-
was good.
If you don't know that reference, go into Spotify,
Go
find
learn
men,
something.
women, and children, and learn something. Yes.
And be glad.
Yes.
They didn't steal it, but they.
No.
I mean, I don't know who they're channeling, but it's got that vibe for
Yeah.
sure.
That
The
dance,
essence.
I think much
the
like
disco dance.
yes, much like men,
There you go.
women, and children, like were inspired by like the kind of dance disco of like the 70s, 60s, and 70s.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I feel like that's what they're probably.
Legit, they're probably only missing like that.
Yeah, yeah.
No, that's about
Yeah.
it.
Uh-huh.
They were only listening. That's what they were missing.
You know what though? I think you made mention that it's very rhythm centric, very
Oh,
bass
yeah,
and drum
yeah.
driven, and with men, women, and children, like they had riffing.
Yeah.
Like they had some like good riffing in there with this.
Like these
That's
ones,
true,
there was
yeah.
riffing, but it wasn't like, it was only on the downbeats. Like,
the
you
guitar
know,
took like
very
a back
subtle.
seat.
yeah, very subtle.
Yeah.
It was just like, you know.
Yeah.
I'm,
just a
I'm
little bit.
so curious to hear what anything else might sound that they come out with.
Yeah, if they
too.
go like this route a little bit, that'd be
Yeah.
cool.
If
I really enjoyed it though.
if you it seems like they're kind of taking the next step from the last album, After the Laughter.
Mhm.
Okay.
So if you haven't given that one a listen, go,
Which, yeah, you know what? I'm glad that you mentioned that, because that is something we should mention, because that was already a really good change of sound for them.
yes,
It gave them they were going, I don't even know what to categorize it as, but really playful. Definitely had like almost this 80s like essence to it. Just a little dancier than usual.
yeah. I feel like it still is carrying what maybe the funk spirit that's in this
Mm.
track
Mm-hmm.
was also
A little
apparent in that
funky.
one. Yeah,
Yeah. It's just way more funky
the
now.
spirit of
I
James
like
Brown
that.
has been carrying through their.
I
It was
love-
like 2-day
Love
soft
it.
funk, but this is like like 2 weeks soft funk.
Just like summer in freaking Alabama humidity funk.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'll be honest too. Earlier, I heard it on the radio, and I wasn't that impressed. But
Mm.
hearing it now,
With the
feels
sound
like-
system.
Yeah, it sounds a lot better to me too. And I was able to actually hear her voice even more. And she did a lot. She's like stretching it, doing way more
She's way
with it than
more-
I've ever
yeah.
heard. Really, it sounds so different and unique now, which is really cool, because
That's what I was thinking.
she could
Yeah.
have sounded the same, and still been probably really cool.
Like
Yeah.
that radio EQ that they do on top of every track kind of just like kind of kills a lot of the details.
Okay.
I think it's that whatever the compression, some kind of the way they
I mean,
compress
because in radio they try to keep everything the same levels and same EQ so that
kills the dynamics.
it kind of and it just keeps the songs going like this. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
It keeps the songs flat. Whereas like when you're listening to an album, it's like up
Yeah.
here, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You
that
get
was
the
good.
full fill of it.
The full feel of it, and her vocal runs. Yeah, you're right, man. And then even like those weird like vocal dropouts were cool, like she was doing, and it kind of like sounded raw.
Yeah.
Like maybe it was a live recording or something like that.
I know you mentioned jam band like right away.
No,
Yeah.
it's
When I heard it,
but
I was like super jam band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
super
it's got
jam.
the vibe.
Yeah,
Definitely vibey.
I
It does
dug
feel like that though. Yeah, they like
Yeah.
just recorded all live in one big room.
Yeah, and just
But,
let the
yeah, I
mics
wonder.
bleed into each other. That's
Yeah.
probably why there's so much air.
Yes.
you were saying.
Yeah, yes.
But
Man, you know what?
It killed it.
This is the way to go too, maybe.
Yeah.
I wonder who they worked with, because I know the Chili Peppers obviously worked like a jam band as well,
Yeah.
especially now with the old guitars back.
Oh yeah.
They definitely capitalized on this last album
Mhm.
with that.
Oh yes.
Their ability to zhuzh, or what do they call that? It's basically like enhancing something, but in a really funny way, or like a unique way, Usually they'll zhuzh things like when you're talking about like
sauce.
comedy. Yeah, you'll say a story and I'll go, oh, what makes that better? That's like zhuzhing it, You're just like,
okay.
you put a little bit of like extra, but it was better. It was okay already,
There's a little
but
bit of salt on it. A little bit of
yeah,
spice.
that's what it is. And
Spice it up.
I know that was their intention. For the Chili Peppers had the same intention, and then also I think it's an honorable mention, especially because it popped in my head. The Yeah Yeah Yeah's new album is so freaking good,
Ooh, all right.
Oh, okay.
and I know they are like that too. They're a type of band that works. They flow off of one another, and I think that's kind of why they waited so long for this album too. They just weren't feeling anything, and they weren't inspired. The Yeah Yeah Yeahs, sorry. The Yeah Yeah Yeahs weren't inspired until now. They just came out with something. It's really good. Check it out. It's everywhere. There's a lot of everything, and it's fun to listen to. But speaking of bands that are just working off of one another and jamming in one big room and recording,
I want to hear more of that. So that's cool.
I'm glad you mentioned the Chili Peppers because I did have a Chili Peppers vibe with it. Not necessarily in the sound, but like something, you know.
I think it's the air, to be honest, dude. That air, that vibe.
Yep.
It's not the same, like you're saying, it's not the same sound, but it's the same vibe.
Yeah.
Like the same, like.
There's something in that.
And like you were saying, Ray, off the mic, it's like this new version of these sounds that we're kind of already used to. They're kind of vintage sounds to us, but they're
like a new nostalgia.
Bringing it up in a new light. I wonder if this is also something we can sort of expect from other bands to follow, because these are some really big, like heavy hitters, you know?
Yeah.
Like the Chili Peppers, now Paramore, the Yeah Yeah Yeahs as well.
Oh, yeah.
If word starts catching that these people are just blowing off one another, other people might feel like the need to step it up a little bit.
You know what? To the effect of the idea of like playing off one another, maybe like kind of a live recording. This could be an effect of like coming out of the lockdown pandemic type of thing, where like
people are like, I'm done. They're
all together finally. They're like, let's just play together.
Just fucking hit record.
And that's dude, I think you're right. You hit it right on the head. It finally gives them that sense of creativity again, you know? It's reignited, especially when like us today, you know, probably back in the room. It's been so long. It feels good, you know? You got some freaking, the creative energy is just, that's it. So maybe.
Something to that.
Whatever.
Zhuzhing, just fucking new boot goofing.
Some juju beads.
Yeah.
But yeah, sweet. Well, guess we'll wrap it up there. All right.
We'll put a bow on it.
We're almost out of juju.
Stick a fork in it.
We're almost out of jus sauce.
We're almost out of that jus.
But let us know what you guys thought. If you checked out the new Paramore, if you listened along with us, if you're listening on Spotify. Let us know if you liked it, if you enjoyed it, you like the direction they're going. Also, feel free to send us any new music you're digging as well. Anything you've been vibing on lately.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that'll be all for this episode.
That'll be it.
Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Don't forget, check us out on all the socials. Follow, like, subscribe, all this stuff.
You know what to do.
Yes. You know the roll call. You know what you need to do.
Yeah.
But I guess until next time, everybody, take care.
Peace.
Later.